Good morning, folks. I'm your host, BKP, 8:01 in the morning. Sorry, we're 1 minute behind here, 8:01 in the East Coast. Josh and I got talking about some current events that are going on and looked up, and the clock said 8:01, so we apologize for being behind, okay? But we're not behind in looking up and researching and going out there to get the news stories and covering the things that need to be talked about of the day, the current event things that happened today. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Yes, it is cold outside, baby. It's cold outside. A little shivering this morning, extra blanket, don't want to go out. I tell you what, you got to do the dog test. What in the world is the dog test? If the dog don't want to go out, you don't want to get up. I'm telling you right now, dog says, no, I'm not going out yet. Anyhow, contact this show, 706-889-9700. Be a part of our live show, 706-889-9700. You can text us at that number. You can send us your thoughts, your concerns, your criticism, whatever it may be. Go to that number right there or email me, chief@fetchernews.com. And you can follow us on social media right there. You have all the opportunities to follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And anytime we're doing a live broadcast, you will get a notification. Now, right out of the box. Now, why is this important? Okay, some may not be important. Others may be very important. Depends on how you look at it. Now, I, for one, do not feel in the South or anywhere we should erase our history. I think that we can get into that later, but there's certain people who want you to really erase history so that when they control the masses later, the history is not reoccurring. And the thoughts of revolution, the thoughts of civil war, which I'm not invoking anything, my God. But all of those thoughts can be behind us generation after generation, slowly erasing the history of the country. So I, for one, do not believe we erase our history, whether it be Confederate or whatever, to remind us who we are as a country, where we've been as a country, things we do not want to go back to as a country, so many things we do not want to do again. But I, for one, in the Civil War, okay, I, for one, believe it's very important to remember the bloodiest war taking place on our land right here in this country, okay? And we need to understand that there's a lot of men and women that died in the South as Confederate soldiers, the men as Confederate soldiers in the South that still have sons and daughters that fought in that battle. So anyhow, not going into all of that and how you feel and whether you believe in it, don't believe in it, whatever. I understand, okay? But hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people have visited Stone Mountain for years, okay? And it doesn't seem to be a big deal that the Democrat candidate for governor in Georgia wants to sandblast Stone Mountain. And some voters may not care, okay? But I tell you what, for those of you, let's narrow it down. For those of you from Georgia, now if you've been here long enough, you think you're from Georgia, whatever, I don't care, all right? But those of you from Georgia, that your grandparents, your great-grandparents are buried in the ground of this state. I think you deserve better than Stacey Abrams as governor of Georgia. I just do. Now, everybody in Georgia deserves better, but those, I want to narrow that down. Remember, you got 23 in yet? Do you have number 23 in yet? You remember that flag? Now, that was controversial. Sonny Perdue, a lot of controversy surrounded that flag. That's the Georgia flag. Now, for me, I'm not from Georgia. Maybe you guessed that already. But I am broadcasting high atop FYNTV Tower, 14th floor. Okay, we don't have a 13th floor. 14th floor of FYNTV here downtown LJ. Only 14-story building in the city. But when I moved to Georgia, that would be the flag. That was the flag when I moved to Georgia. Georgia's state flag right there. That flew over the Capitol, flew at our schools, our courthouses, our county seat offices, our city buildings. Anywhere and everywhere a state flag was hoisted up in the mornings. That was it. I had no problem with it myself. I have no problem with the state flag. But a lot of controversy surrounded that state flag. And Roy Barnes, remember, a Democrat. Okay? Roy Barnes took that flag away from you. That was our last Democrat governor of Georgia. Roy Barnes ended that flag. Okay? Now tell me where I'm wrong. All right? I don't have a picture of the current state flag. I didn't think about that, but that was the flag. And Roy Barnes was the governor of Georgia when I moved here. That was a state flag. Controversy. So the last, let's remember this, the last Democrat governor of Georgia took that flag away from you. The last Democrat governor. Okay, some are saying, great, I applaud Roy Barnes. Some of you saying, I don't understand why they took our flag away. So that right there, gone. Now, Sonny Perdue promised a new state flag, and he promised renderings of the new state flag, and that you and I would get to see the new state flag, and you and I would get to vote on the new state flag. But it didn't happen. We got a new state flag, and you and I, as citizens in the state of Georgia, did not get to vote on the flag. All right? But it's gone. Stone Mountain will not be that easy to replace. Okay? Flag, right? Big deal. New flag. All right? But Stone Mountain sandblasting would not be easy to replace. Now, back during the time that this flag was causing controversy among some and didn't bother many, Georgia Democrat gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams helped torch state flag during college protest. You want to go ahead and put that up, Josh? Right there. All right? That is Stacey Abrams in that picture. We'll put it back up in just a minute, but right there, torching that flag, okay? Democrat, and this is from Fox News 7 hours ago. Democrat gubernatorial nominee in Georgia, Stacey Abrams, helped light a flag, state flag, on fire on the steps of the state capitol in June of 1992. All right? For those of you that are wondering, I got here in 99. She had already burned the flag when I got here. I didn't know a thing about it, so don't blame me. 99. So in 92, she's burning the flag. She is part of the movement to get rid of that flag. Now, if you don't think, okay, now I want to say this, the reason I'm sorry, if you just moved here and you're in the film industry and you moved here from California to take advantage of our tax incentives, good for you, okay? If you're a Mercedes-Benz, okay, and you moved here to take advantage of our tax incentives, good for you. If you are Porsche, good for you. If you are Kia, good for you. If you're any damn company in the United States that moved here to take advantage of our tax incentives, but have no true ties to the history and the heritage of the state of Georgia, good for you. But if you are here and you are from Georgia and your family and you learned history, it actually had not been erased yet from the books or the iPad or whatever they're using, okay? Has not been erased yet. This state is full of Confederate monuments, buildings, you name it. And if you think Stacey Abrams, as the next governor of Georgia, will not go through the entire state and clean house of anything and everything, there's Stone Mountain, thank you. If you don't think Stacey Abrams will not go through the state of Georgia and clean house on your history, okay, your ancestors, the people of Georgia that love this place, this is your state, you're from here. You didn't move here to take advantage of the tax incentives. Your mom and dad did not move here so you could be born here because there was a tax incentive to have a kid in Georgia. You are from this state. And I tell you what, I take that serious because I know where I'm from and I know where my family's from and I understand it and I love everything about it and I support you 100%. I'm not from Georgia and I just think you should be up in arms to stop and think that Stacey Abrams could be the next governor of Georgia. She's going to argue she's from here. But let me tell you something. Just like the businesses that came to the state, now hear me out. You better be paying attention. Just like the businesses that came to this state to take advantage of the tax incentives, once again, Hollywood, Tom Steyer, George Soros, Michael Bloomberg, all of the left, San Francisco left, okay? All the rice-a-roni in San Francisco, that's a San Francisco treaty, by the way. All of them have come here to take advantage of what? You. The businesses, they came, they have no ties. They have no roots here, okay? Let me tell you something. You take any business that has come to Georgia or industry that has come to Georgia, okay? You take any one that has come to Georgia for the tax incentives alone, all right? And while this lady's on a rampage running through Georgia, raising your taxes, telling you she's going to put hundreds of thousands of people on Medicaid, she's going to give health care socialism, she's going to turn the state into a socialist state, and she's going to give us a California, Georgia-fornia, we're going to change our names to, Georgia-fornia, okay, and replicate, you know, the environmental policies of Paris. Every single thing this woman wants to do, let me tell you something. Those companies will leave your ass so fast, you will be spinning, okay, of the job loss in Georgia. Because as soon as the movie industry, okay, you know, we can't, I mean, I don't know where the hell I went with this, but this just fired me up. In fact, I got to come in and Josh started today, said, did you hear about Stacey Abrams burning the flag? And I honestly said, you know what? I've got a million things going on. Tell me more. Boom. Josh said, check it out. Send it over to me. Here's the thing, folks. Now, I'm not a one-issue voter, okay? Religious freedom bill, okay? Relax before everybody gets worked up, all right? But we can't have a religious freedom legislation, okay, to protect religious liberties in the state of Georgia that mirrors the federal piece of legislation, because we would be discriminating. And Stacey Abrams would not sign a piece of discriminating legislation against not one person in Georgia. Guess what? They're here for the tax incentives. Oh, you don't think in the Hollywood left that came in here, there's not an LGBTQ community there? Wow. You're shocked, right? Really? You think in all of these companies that's come into here, they came for one reason only, the tax incentive that we offered them to come here and not pay taxes, almost completely not pay taxes as a corporation and bring their money and spur the economy. Okay, I'll go with, hey, did it work? Guess what? If you keep the give these industries another 0.1% off on taxes and sign a religious liberty bill, they're going nowhere. But let me tell you something. As soon as Stacey Abrams comes in as the Democrat, this is just plain and simple. As soon as she comes in as the Democrat governor of the state of Georgia, all of the left, okay, I was having a talk with, I spoke with somebody from California the other day. The people that actually have businesses that could be moved and the people that can move their jobs are gone, basically left California in droves. They're gone, okay? Stacey Abrams will have highways that'll just be heading out of Georgia as soon as she raises the taxes, which she lies and says she will not. Because, folks, let me tell you something. Damn it, I knew I was going to do this. This is all your damn fault, Josh. Okay, but it's a good problem to have. All right? Here, I knew I was going to do this because you know what gets me? Is everybody thinks, you know what, Stacey Abrams is not going to raise taxes because she's just going to give access. Folks, while I have your attention, if I do in any way whatsoever, the state of Georgia's Constitution requires it to be balanced. Period. Period. Okay? State of Georgia's Constitution requires it to be balanced. Meaning, when the House Republicans in Georgia, okay, and the House Republicans in the state of the Senate and the House, when they put their legislation together and their budget to send up to Governor Stacey Abrams, she's going to veto it if she doesn't get what she wants. Then you're going to have, the state constitution says on the 40th day at midnight, all right? If I'm wrong, but I think we're, on the state constitution says on the 40th day at midnight, they got to gavel the session out. And that's when they throw all the paper up in the air and it's over, you know, sine die. The state constitution says midnight. You better, David Ralston better be hitting that gavel and say, let's go to the House. We're done. But guess what? They won't go to the House till they give a Governor Stacey Abrams what she wants. Well, hell, no, if she vetoes it, we'll override it. No, you will not. You do not have a supermajority Republicans. You have the majority. Think of it like this. We don't have time to go into details. But let's get it clear. It's just like the Senate in the United States government there. They need a 60 vote. Okay? They need 60. Republicans got 51, 52. The state of Georgia does not have, the Republicans do not have supermajorities that they can override vetoes. So the fear you must have as a Stacey Abrams governor, you cannot walk around and say, well, at least the Republicans will hold the two chambers. Hell, that's the biggest mistake you're making if you're walking around thinking that. For 1 minute, it's not true. She will veto everything that comes her way unless they negotiate with her, unless they give a little bit, unless they reach across the aisle to get her to sign a budget before the 40th day on midnight. You need to pay attention. If I'm wrong, I'm not wrong. Hell, I know I'm not wrong. I'm just telling you the daggone truth. This is more serious than you think of Stacey Abrams, governor in the state of Georgia. It ain't got a damn thing with her being a woman. It ain't got a damn thing with her being black. It's got every damn thing with her being a socialist Democrat. Period. That's the bottom line. I don't give a damn if she's black. I don't give a damn if she's a woman. She's a socialist Democrat. I won't raise your taxes. She has to balance the budget. So what I'm telling you is you've got a $26 billion budget. Brian Kemp has promised to me, right here on this show, and you, he has promised me on this show that that budget has to stop growing. In fact, I will be highly disappointed. I will be completely disappointed if Brian Kemp goes in as governor of Georgia and allows the state budget to go from $26 billion to $27. I will be outraged. I will call his office and say, you promised. He knows. We've talked about it. We've talked about it going up $5 billion plus in 5 years. We've talked about it. We've talked about all of the Republicans telling us, oh, we're just getting back to pre-recession budgets. You know, we're just getting back to pre-recession, you know, revenue and being able to fund our schools and fund our law enforcement and fund ourselves. All the above. We hear that over and over, but it's time to stop right now on that $26 billion Georgia state budget. We keep hearing that. But guess what? If Stacey Abrams sends over a $27.5 billion or a $28 billion, tax a couple billion on, the state constitution says, I get so damn, you know, we got 5 amendments on the state constitution of Georgia. Everybody's trying to figure out if you're voting for them or not. Why don't you pay attention to the damn constitution you have now? Okay? Put a little emphasis on it, because the state constitution says you have to balance that budget. And guess what? If it goes from 26 to 28, right? And she signs it, guess what? You're coming up with the other $2 billion. You are. You have to. The law says it. You got to come up. Well, we didn't raise taxes. Don't you love that one? But we had this fee and we had that fee. And then you now got to buy a license to get to buy gas. And you got to buy a light. I know it's crazy ass stuff, but I'm still, yeah. Oh, you don't have your license? Well, that fee's $29 and that fee's $32. But we didn't raise taxes. Whoa, cheer, cheer, cheer. We didn't raise taxes. But we increased some fees, just modestly. What the hell? How the hell did I get on this? Okay, I better get back to the story. There was an original story, was there not, Josh? Did we do? I think we were talking about her burning the flag, right? All right, let's get back to that. The Democrat gubernatorial nominee for Georgia, Stacey Abrams, helped light a state flag on fire on the steps of the Capitol in 1992 as part of protest. See, damn it, if she becomes governor, she won't be part of no damn protest. She will be the protest. Oh, hell yeah. Part of the protest under her campaign on Monday night, characterized as an effort to overcome racial divisive issues. The flag at the time incorporated designs, put the flag back up, of the Confederate battle flag. Abrams, then a freshman, just a freshman in college. Why couldn't she be like Kavanaugh, running around naked, drunk, and, going to parties, right? No, she's burning flags. Joke. My God, everybody relax. The flag at the time incorporated designs of the Confederate battle flag, and Abrams, then a freshman at Atlanta's Spelman College, was one of about a dozen demonstrators involved, according to contemporaneous newspaper accounts and several social media posts that surfaced the issue late Monday. Okay, an article from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution shows Abram torching the flag. Now put that up. Okay, Abram torching the flag, a 20-year-old senior at a school, told the paper that the protest was designed to send Georgia's racist past up in flames. Send Georgia's racist past up in flames. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to give you something after the break that you got to pay attention to. A 20-year-old senior at a school told the paper that the protest was to send Georgia's racist past up in flames and fight fire with fire, burn, baby, burn. No arrest reported at the protest. Now, put that picture back up one more time, Josh. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry there. I want to read from that. Okay. AUC students burn state flag at protest at Capitol. The picture there, which is hard to see, burning Georgia's racist past, is how Lawrence Jeffries Wright, okay, described the flag burning Sunday at the Capitol from left, are Ian Solomon, okay, Ian Solomon, all right, Jeffrey Harris, and Stacey Abrams. And you don't think she'll sandblast Stone Mountain, and you don't think she will raise your taxes. I'm your host, BKP. Josh, let's send them the break. We'll be right back. We're not finished with this. Trump, the master campaigner. I mean, can that guy campaign? Hey, I'm going to come up with something tonight. I'm going to roll something new out here. Texas Ted. Texas, he's beautiful. Beautiful Ted. Texas Ted. I'll be back after these messages.